Hello, CrossFit Linchpin. Welcome to another, I guess we can say, episode of Linchpin Conversations. Today is November 14th. It is a Thursday, I'm almost positive, and the year is 2019. So today, the topic is on scaling, but not just scaling or how to scale a workout or should you scale a workout, but maybe we'll get into that. But the actual term, scaling. And is that a good word? Is it a bad word? Is it a dirty word? Is it a positive word? Is it a word that should have power over you, make you feel a certain way? Should it be avoided? All that good stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about the word scaling. And as always, here on good old Instagram Live, if you've got a question, throw it out there, and I will do my very best to check it out and give you somewhat of a answer that falls somewhere in the spectrum of well thought out or harebrained, somewhere in the middle there. So, scaling, we've chatted about scaling a ton, why it's beneficial, why we're huge fans of it at Linchpin, why it's an intelligent decision, why, we have sayings such as scaling is cool. We have sayings such as remove ego, embrace scaling. All of those things are total bedrock foundational aspects of our philosophy and what we do and why we do it. However, I do understand that human beings are people, can be delicate, sensitive creatures, and that some think that maybe there's a stigma attached to the word scaling. And even with all the information we try to put out as to why scaling is cool, why it's beneficial, why you should embrace it, it can still, somebody doesn't want to say that they did a workout scaled. They would, if there's the prescribed workout of the day, that's very meaningful to a lot of people to do that prescribed workout. And then, obviously, there's a large segment of society that the prescribed workout is not appropriate for, and a scaled or modified workout is more appropriate. And so the question becomes, if you give a prescribed workout of the day, is it okay to give the other option, if you will, as the scaled workout? Or, even though it's the exact same workout, is there some sort of emotional, psychological benefit to not calling it the scaled workout? And you either call it modified, or you call it option B, or you call it fill in the blank with whatever you want, but it doesn't have the word scaled in there. Would that take away some of that stigma and maybe get more people who should be doing a scaled workout to make a more intelligent decision and choose that option because their ego wouldn't get in the way? And there are various opinions on this, and I always just didn't have a problem with the word scaled. And I scale at least a couple workouts a day, and I'm 15 years into CrossFit, and I don't know, it just doesn't bother me that the word scaled exists, or I tell somebody, yes, I scaled that workout. Perfectly good to go. However, I serve a broader community with CrossFit Linchpin, right? So, just because that is how my mind works, I had to be open to the fact that maybe that wasn't how most of the community's mind worked. So on the Linchpin private track, every day there's a workout given, and every day there's a scaled workout given. And then, so I was curious, and I took a poll on our closed Facebook group for the Linchpin private track. Hey everybody, you guys know what we put out every day. We have the prescribed workout and the scaled workout. So question 1, would all of you like to see a different word used for scaled? And if the general consensus is yes, I'm cool with that, because the workout will still be whatever I would have programmed for the scaled workout. We'll just call it something different, and if that helps more people make a smarter decision, I'm good with it, regardless of whether or not I think there's an issue with the word scaled, which I do not. I would use it as a badge of honor, quite frankly. And I know that I just saw somebody post Maverick, because I know there's a gym that I interviewed who they give the scaled workout every day. They follow the Linchpin private track, and they present the scaled workout every day to their members, but they don't call it the scaled option. They call it the Maverick version or something like that. Really cool. I will fully admit that. It's really cool. And so I just wanted to take a poll with Linchpin and be like, is that something that you would like? If so, let's shoot around some cool ideas, names that we'll use instead of the word scaled, and whatever is the winner, that will replace on the private track the word scaled. And the second part of that question was, because again, I want to help people make the best decisions possible, is there was another couple terms, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder if these terms people would want changed as well. And the other term was, so I present the prescribed workout every day, and then I have two metrics. Let's say it's a workout that is, it's for time. I would say, I would give a super fitness robot time, which is a highly ambitious time. It's humanly possible, but it's rugged and highly ambitious, and most people aren't going to get it. But it's a lofty goal that some people like to shoot for. So I'd give the workout, I'd give the super fitness robot time. If it was an AMRAP, it'd be a number of rounds, etc., etc. And then I would give the more likely time. And the more likely time, in no way, shape, or form should be read into as mediocrity. The more likely time is just more likely. That's where the overwhelming majority of athletes, even really good athletes, are going to fall. And so most people will fall somewhere between the more likely time and the super fitness robot time. And so my dual questions, and that was kind of, I give those metrics and say, hey, look, if you look at the more likely time and you assess yourself and you're like, I don't think I'm going to hit the more likely time today. Well, that's indication number one that you may want to peruse down the page to the scaled option and choose the scaled workout. So they were all related to help everyone kind of see where they thought they would be that day and then make the best decision as to where they should go. And on top of giving the more likely time and the super fitness robot time, I would also, depending upon the workout, give one or two other metrics, such as, it's a 3-round workout, check out the more likely time, and then if there's X amount of thrusters or whatever in the first round, you should be able to do this many unbroken or this many whatever. Like, give a couple other things that people could get in the head and be like, okay, now with these couple pieces of information, I see that I'm actually good to go and I'm going to pursue the prescribed workout, or scaled's a better option for me. So I put those on a post on the closed Facebook group there and just said, what does everybody think? Like, I'm open to ideas. And I had no idea how it was going to go. I actually thought that the overwhelming majority would be like, yeah, we want a fun, cuddly, cutesy word that is just, it really is the scaled workout, but we're just going to give it a different word just to camouflage it, but we know what it is. And yeah, we don't want the super fitness robot time, and the more likely we want something else. And it was completely the opposite. I'm scrolling through it right now, and the vast majority were like, keep it exactly how it is, completely how it is. Don't change the word scaling. There's nothing wrong with a scaled workout or the scaled option, and if all of us start saying that there is something wrong with that word, you're just running away from the truth and just doing a little tap dance that's unnecessary. And scaling truly is cool, and it is a badge of honor, and it is an intelligent decision, and it does show that you're strong enough mentally to resist your ego and to make the right call. And then even regarding the more likely time and the super fitness robot time, they were like, nope, keep those terms how they are. Super fitness robot time is exactly that. It's a crazy, lofty goal that if somebody does achieve it every now and then, it should be hard-earned. And it should have a term that lets it know that. And the truth is that the more likely time is exactly that. It's exactly what the words say. It is the more likely time. It's not the mediocre time. It's not the bad time. It's not the poor time. It's not the unathletic time. It's just simply the more likely time. And yeah, I'm scrolling through them again right now, and don't get me wrong, it was not unanimous. There was a couple people that were like, yeah, I might like it to say option B or something like that, but the vast, sweeping majority were just good to go how it was, and that really didn't know how it was going to go. That really made me feel good because I don't want to have some silly little word like scaled have any power over any person on the face of the earth. It is just simply a word that describes a different version of the workout of the day. And that's it. It only has power if you give it power. And quite frankly, the whole movement of more and more people realizing that scaling is cool and embracing that word and doing it with pride, it makes me very, very happy. Truly happy. So I didn't know how that little poll was going to come out, but I couldn't have been happier. So that's basically that. I think I missed a couple questions or maybe comments on here. So let me scroll through here and see if I did miss anything. Okay. Embrace scaling. Yep, let go of your ego. Somebody said scaling equals fewer injuries. Scaling is definitely cool. Somebody said they recently removed loadings on workouts as well, which is an interesting topic. Somebody said the super fitness robot time and the more human time. Okay, I like this. Somebody says box jumper over 40. I like that it's called the super fitness robot. It's basically deliberately and overly exaggerating that to make it clear that it's not the norm. So good. All right, that makes me happy. The removing of, let's see, just starting to embrace scaling. Good. All right, very, very cool. I did see that one post there where somebody said they've started removing loadings on workouts, and maybe that's a way also to not make somebody feel bad that, I don't know. All right, here's a perfect example. I'm going to let a small cat out of the bag. I just finished programming the next few upcoming weeks for CrossFit Linchpin. And let's see if I can access it real quick while I've got everybody here. There's a workout coming up that's a prime example of like whether or not you would want to post loadings, because it could sometimes be intimidating. All right, let's see here. Computer, of course, is being a little slow. Where is my Excel document? Here we go. Linchpin programming. All right. So in the upcoming 3 weeks, one of the CrossFit Linchpin 12 tests is coming up. And 12 tests are no joke. They're 12 benchmark workouts that I created and we put in every now and then. All right, I'm just getting on to 2019, scrolling down. Stick with me. Okay, we're in November. Here we go. Where is it? Aha. Okay. This is coming up. I won't tell you exactly the date, okay? But I'll say it's coming up shortly. Okay, shortly. It is CrossFit Linchpin Test 5. Test 5 is 4-time 20 back squats at 225 pounds for men, 155 for women, a 2-mile run, and then yet another 20 back squats at 225 for men, 155 pounds for women. That's Linchpin Test 5. Video just got paused. Phone call came in. I declined it. So that's coming up soon. Let's just say that, soon. And that could be a great example of, should you post a loading? Should you not post any loading in any way, shape, or form? Or should you post a percentage? Right? And all of those things have their pros and have their cons, and quite frankly, it's personal opinion. There is no hard and fast rule of this is the right way to do it and this is the wrong way to do it. It all depends upon who your community is and how much they do or don't understand the intent of the workout and how much they are or are not inclined to make good or bad decisions or scale if they need to or understand the intent of the workout, or will they let their ego get wrapped up in something just to say that they did Linchpin Test 5 unbroken, not unbroken, but as prescribed. Will they try to back squat that loading if they shouldn't? For 40 repetitions, it's a lot of squats. We do a variation of things. I post a lot of workouts. The majority do have a prescribed loading. We do also post workouts that have a percentage. So we do a little bit of both, but we definitely do the prescribed more. And then it's my intent to, through the videos of the day, through the Super Fitness Robot time, the more likely time, through the explanation that I give as to, hey, you should be able to do this or shouldn't be able to do that. You would pursue the prescribed workout if you can do these things. If you cannot, then you should pursue the scaled version, so on and so forth. That's how I generally do business. And again, it's not right or wrong, but that's a great example of 225 back squat for 2 sets of 20 with a 2-mile run in between there. There's going to be, and I gave several metrics in that video that I shot for that day as to whether or not somebody should pursue that prescribed workout, or if they can't do A, B, or C, then you want to pursue the scaled workout. But I also, you could put that same workout in there and not list a loading and put a percentage in there. And then you could also, I would be more inclined to put a percentage in there than just leave it blank. I like giving the prescribed loading and then speaking about the intent of the workout so that people can make smart decisions. Option 2 for me would be to give it just a percentage. But option 3, the final one, would be not giving any loading, because if I gave no loading and then didn't give any information and just said, it's supposed to be kind of a heavy back squat, there's just a chance for people to go overboard, pick a loading that's far too heavy, and make a very unintelligent decision because I did not give a prescribed loading. So, and here's another part of it that's wrapped up into it is I like in general, not all the time, setting the work and giving prescribed loadings, because a lot of things, and maybe this is just my military background, a lot of things that you had to test for or train are just, they are what they are. Your body armor weighs what it weighs. Your rifle weighs what it weighs. The radio weighs what it weighs. Your rucksack, it weighs what it weighs, so on and so forth. And it doesn't care if you are a smaller individual or if you are a bigger individual. Like, the loading is the loading, and you have to get it from point A to point B, or you have to get it over the wall. You have to do the work. The work is the work. And the work doesn't care if you're a smaller individual that prefers to run or a larger individual that prefers to lift heavy. The work doesn't care. And so if we spread out that work in well-designed programming with a lot of variance, there's going to be plenty of opportunities from body weight to lightweight to medium weight to heavyweight for all sorts of those individuals that have days where they shine, days where they struggle, and everything in between. And some of those days of struggle are appropriate struggles, and then some of those days of struggle are days that scaling most certainly should occur, and days that scaling should occurs through talking about the workout, understanding the intent and design behind the workout, and then realizing, based upon the parameters that are given, you make a good decision and say, yep, I understand what the goal of today is, and I'm going to modify it in this way, and we move forward happy and healthy, and we continue. So that's it. That was a bit of rambling. So anyway, all right. Another quick scroll here, and then I will get out of here. Let's see, we shouldn't feel bad about any level of our workouts. We're working out hard scales or not. I have no problem scaling my workouts so I get the best workout possible. Good, excellent. And then Holsinger, he says, if you don't post loadings, I would probably hurt myself by going too heavy. And I think you'd have the whole spectrum of individuals. Some going too light, some going too heavy, and everything between the sun. So anyway, that's that. And if you're unfamiliar with it, these Instagram videos, they disappear, obviously, after 24 hours. So we've been taking them, saving them, putting them onto the CF Linchpin YouTube channel, so they live forever there. You can share them. And then recently, I don't know, within the last 10 days or so, I've started, I haven't been putting them on the YouTube channel forever. I think only about the last 30 or so have been going onto the YouTube channel. So the last 30 or so are there. I've started going back to Linchpin Conversation number 1, which was, again, only probably a couple months ago since we started putting them on YouTube. Stripping the audio out and making them into podcast form so you can consume these in just audio version if you want. So I'm catching up. Eventually I will be caught up to present day, but I'm not yet. But you can find, they're just called Linchpin Conversations. They're available on iTunes and other places. But if you go to our website, crosswithlynchpin.com, there is a tab there on the main page that says podcast. You can click on that and continue to access them as new ones get posted. So that is that. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest day, and I will see everybody tomorrow for some more fitness.